Come join me on this relaxing backyard garden tour here in late October. I'm Laura, and welcome to Garden Sanity and to my backyard. I first want to start with our Limelight Hydrangea tree, which I think looks so beautiful in the fall. The flower heads by now are a pale pink, as you see here, and I noticed that not only are they pale pink, but of course you see some have turned beige, but there are a few that are brown. But what makes these so pretty this time of year is look at the leaves. They're a combination. All the leaves get a bright green. They go from a dark green to a brighter green, and then they turn yellow. So right now I've got this wonderful two-tone effect on the tree of the yellow leaves, bright green leaves, and then of course the drying flower heads. Look at this beautiful red color. Oh my goodness. It looks so nice against the evergreens. And then check this out, the last verbena flower. I'm not cutting that back, I'm leaving it. And next to that are some redbud leaves from my redbud stick that may or may not ever turn into a tree. And then we have the Brunnera Jack of Diamonds, just planted this year. And check out the red leaves on this Bergenia peppermint patty. Bergenia will start to get a little bit of red shades during the fall. It's so pretty, and this is supposed to be evergreen, so we'll see what happens. Now we come to the little quick fires that I have. And every year I have to remind myself why I grow them, because around August I get very frustrated with them. They bloom much earlier than other panicle hydrangeas, and so I get these beautiful white flowers in June. But then by August, oh, they got beat up by the sun, they're a little brown, nothing great. But then look at the fall color, and I remember why I planted these. It's just stunning. And I still have a pink flower. So this bed has a mix of both evergreen and deciduous shrubs. And this is the Lavender Chiffon Rose of Sharon. And again, the leaves get a little bit brighter in color towards the end of the season before they turn to gold. And then this is the pufferfish hydrangea. I just planted this about 2 months ago. This is going to be a beautiful shrub. And as you can see, the leaves are staying quite green. On the left is a blue star Kalimeris, which I already cut back for the season. And on the right is a Mediterranean Pink Heath, and that'll bloom all winter long. And next to the Heath are shooting star Hellebores, and these began blooming in January last winter, so I had flowers all winter. Behind them are the yellow leaves of Amsonia Storm Cloud, and those are equally as stunning. Here's another angle so you can see them. The color guard yucca is looking pretty vibrant. And this is a Helene Rose of Sharon. So it's also turning yellow, nothing fancy for the fall. I love all the different colors and textures in the backyard, and that's what makes it so relaxing to me. Here's another dwarf burning bush. This one has still a ways to go till it gets that bright red color. And this is the largest of the King's Gold Mop cypresses that I have both in the front and backyards. Although most people think of evergreens for winter color, I actually think in the fall they provide such a great contrast to leaves, flowers. I mean, look at these blue needles, just beautiful. So we planted this Scarlet Fire dogwood tree in a new bed in May that we made. It's a circular round bed. And Scarlet Fire dogwoods usually will take a few years till they get fully established with lots of flowers, lots of berries, really good color. So it'll be a while. But let me show you what else is in this bed. I received this Perfectamundo double white azalea from Proven Winners to trial in my own garden. And look at how pretty the white flowers are, especially against some dried leaves. I just think that's so pretty. This is the first bloom I'm getting. I just planted this in May. And you can see there are several buds on the shrubs, so I am looking forward to having quite a few flowers this fall. The pretty orange leaves that you see are a dwarf fothergilla called Legend of the Small, and I have 2 of those. And then to the left is a reminiscent pink rose. I can't wait until the dwarf fothergillas fill in, and then you're not going to see nearly as much mulch in this bed. And they'll butt up right against these Perfectamundo pink carpet azaleas, which I treated myself to. I bought 3 of these. Look how the flowers almost look like roses before they open. And then when they open, look at these darker pink spots on the paler pink flower petals. It's beautiful. Now these are ground cover azaleas. This is a new type of azalea, so they're going to spread out, not up. Beautiful. So this bed is filled with 1 tree and all shrubs, except for 3 perennials I have in the front, these sea thrifts. Now what's nice is they get pink flowers in the summer and they're evergreen in winter. Now against the shed, we have 2 gold cone junipers that we rescued from the front yard. They weren't getting nearly as much water as they should up there. So we brought them back here and put them in pots so we could keep an eye on them. And you can see back here in the back of them that they're finally starting to fill in. So they did recover, but they've got a ways to go. So you take a wreath, you put it horizontal on top an urn, you stick a live pumpkin on top the wreath. Instant decorating. I did this last year. This wreath was outdoors all last season, looks just fine. And so I'm doing it again this year. I don't think I can have enough dried flowers of panicle hydrangeas in my garden. I just love them. The bright berries on the prairie fire crabapple tree are so pretty, not only in the fall as their leaves turn yellow, but also in the wintertime, and the birds love them. And what's nice about these, they stay on the tree. Look how colorful this is. It starts with the gold mop cypress, which with the yellow-green next to the butterfly bush blue-green color is so pretty. And I still have beautiful blue flowers. They aren't as large as they were in the summertime, but obviously the bees still love them. In fact, I followed this little guy when he flew away from the butterfly bush and landed on the ground, and then I felt bad. Doesn't he look like he's breathing hard and out of breath? I feel so bad. However, after I stepped away, he did come back onto the shrub, so I'm happy to report all is well. And I still have really nice flowers I can enjoy. I get to enjoy the scent, and so do the bees. I finally got some flowers on the Little Lime Punch Hydrangea. That's the one that was stuck in the FedEx truck for about 2 or 3 weeks, so I'm happy about that. And then I planted this beauty, my first hosta. This is called Hosta Echo the Sun. It's a yellow hosta. And this again was sent to me to trial by Proven Winners and Walter's Gardens. And I cannot wait until it fills the space. It's going to cover every bit of mulch that you see there. And it's going to look nice with the golden euonymus too. Okay, you see that very tall cedar tree way in the back against the fence? This is what it started from, a tiny little seedling that we started growing. Here it is back in 2014. And this is what it looks like today. We just kept growing it and decided, hey, since they grow behind the fence, Why not grow them in front of the fence? The amount of berries that they're covered with this year is amazing. This is the first year they ever had this many berries. They were like a pale mint green color at first for most of the summer, and now they're like a beautiful blueberry color, and the birds are going crazy for them. As we add more beds to the backyard, I love how everything is starting to fill in. There's the overgrown Rheingold shrub back there. I've got 2 of them I gotta prune. And this is a Sugar Shack Buttonbush, and this is one of 3 different variety of shrubs that I put here in the, what I'm calling the wet bed area. And this is a gorgeous shrub. It's basically finishing up its fall color. You can see that some of the leaves are turning brown. There is a little winter gem boxwood back there, and that provides the evergreen color when this shrub loses all its leaves and is just twigs in the wintertime. But look at this pretty color. That's really, really stunning. And it's a nice juxtaposition when it's in this yellow phase with the Rheingold next to it. This is a Sugartina Crystalina Clethra, which I absolutely adore. Right now it is glowing in the fall. You can see that the leaves have turned a sort of a bright green, and they're going to become yellow, and you can see there are more yellow leaves towards the center of the shrub. Beautiful, 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 and it's such a nice juxtaposition with the little Henry Sweetspires next to it. I mean, look at the red color of these. This, I think, not only rivals a burning bush, it's better than a burning bush because the red color will go well into the fall, into December sometimes. It's absolutely stunning. Now behind here, for evergreen color and to soften the area, is just a basic dwarf Japanese garden juniper, nothing fancy. But it does soften the area, and it provides some evergreen color, literally color, in the wintertime. So I hope you see exactly how much color and variations of color that you can have in your own backyard to make it truly a relaxing place. Thank you so much for taking this walk around my backyard with me. And for more fall tours, you can click on this playlist now and watch those. And until next time, I wish you happy gardening.